Everyone dreams of a better life. Traveling the world, owning their dream car, having freedom, money, peace of mind, real love, real respect, a business they're proud of, a life that feels meaningful. But here's the hard question. What are you doing today to make that life real? Right now, are you still scrolling endlessly on your phone? Watching random videos with no purpose? Making excuses instead of starting? Sleeping late? Avoiding responsibility? Afraid to fail? Waiting for one day to change everything? Listen carefully. This life is not a rehearsal. You don't get a second chance. There is no reset button. This is not practice. This moment, this day, is your life. I'm not here to entertain you with empty motivation. I'm here to show you the truth. To wake you up from a life you may be living on autopilot. You want change. You want better English. You want more money, more confidence, more power, more control over your future. Then don't just watch this video. Feel it. Listen deeply. Listen like your future depends on it, because it does. And if you want more honest videos like this, no fake promises, no sweet lies, subscribe to this channel now. We don't just help you improve your English. We help you transform your life. So let's begin. Let's learn how to stop wasting the most valuable gift you have. Lesson 1. Your time is your life. Don't destroy it. Here's the truth. You are not killing time. Time is killing you. Every time you say, I'll do it later, tomorrow, every time you say that word, something important is lost. When you scroll one more hour on social media, when you press snooze and go back to sleep, you're not just wasting minutes. You're giving away pieces of your life. You don't feel it today, but life is moving forward without waiting for you. Seconds disappear. You grow older. Your energy slowly fades. Your parents age. And your dreams are still standing there, waiting. But waiting for how long? Ask yourself honestly. What did you do yesterday? What about the day before that? And what will you do tomorrow? Still the same routine? Still no real action? Still waiting for the perfect day? That someday is a lie. It never arrives. Your dreams don't care about your excuses. The world doesn't care about your reasons. Only results speak. The solution is simple. Start treating your time like it is gold. Plan your day. Choose one action daily that moves your life forward. Remove at least 1 hour of useless scrolling. Use that hour to read, learn, practice, or build. Time becomes your ally only when you respect it. Ignore it, and it turns into your greatest enemy. Lesson 2. Stop blaming. Start building. Your life is your responsibility, not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not your government. You, only you. People waste years complaining. I didn't get a good education. My family doesn't support me. I don't have money. I don't have time. I'm not talented. Excuses. Again and again. Do you know who actually wins in life? The person who says, I don't care what I didn't get. I'll create something anyway. Look at the world. Many powerful people started with nothing. No money, no support, no guidance. But they had one thing. Hunger, fire, a decision. Think of Oprah Winfrey, born into poverty, faced abuse as a child. Today, a billionaire and one of the most respected voices in the world. She didn't sit and complain. She didn't blame her past. She built her future. Your solution. Accept your story, but don't live like a victim. Say this every day. I am responsible for my life. Write your problems on paper. Next to each problem, write one action. Take that action. Even if it's small. You are not weak. You are not unlucky. You are just not using your power yet. Lesson 3. Your comfort zone is a prison. Escape it. Your day probably looks like this. Wake up, check your phone, eat, watch videos, scroll, maybe study a little, sleep, repeat. It feels easy. It feels safe. But here's the truth. Inside you are slowly dying. Comfort kills dreams quietly. There is no growth where everything feels easy. All success lives outside comfort. You want to speak English fluently? Then speak, even if you make 100 mistakes. You want to start a business? Start, even if you fail many times. Most people never begin. Why? Because discomfort scares them. Failure scares them. Judgment scares them. Let people laugh. Let them doubt you. You keep moving. Think about a seed. If it stays safe on the surface, it dies. Only when it breaks, struggles, and goes underground Does it grow into something powerful? If a seed stays hidden under the ground forever, it never becomes a tree. It must push upward, break the soil, face the heat of the sun, fight the wind. Only then does it grow strong. You are no different. The solution? Challenge yourself every single day. Speak English even when your voice shakes. Join that course. Apply for that job. Upload that video. Fail without shame. Fail openly. Fail while moving forward, because nothing powerful is born from comfort. Lesson 4. I'll do it later is the most dangerous lie. Let me be honest with you. If you keep saying I'll do it later, you are not being patient. You are lying to yourself. And every lie slowly destroys your future. I'll do it later is not hope. It is fear. It is laziness wearing a polite mask. It is your weaker self trying to keep you stuck. Later does not mean later. It usually means never. Look closely at people who succeed. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They act now, even when they feel unprepared, even when they are scared, because they know one truth. Later turns into nothing. You say you want to learn English. Start today. You say you'll exercise, read, fix your sleep, build a side income, meditate. But when exactly is later? Next week? Next year? Time is not waiting for you. It never sends a warning. It simply moves on. And one day, all that remains is regret. The heaviest pain a person can carry. Think about this. You wanted to start a YouTube channel 2 years ago. You didn't. Why? Fear. Delay. Now someone else is living that dream. And you sit watching thinking, that should have been me. The solution? Set a timer for 10 minutes. Just 10. Start immediately. No planning, no excuses. Tell yourself, if I don't start now, I probably never will. Begin imperfectly. Begin messy. One small action today is worth more than 100 perfect plans tomorrow. Lesson 5. Stop thinking. Start moving. Your mind can be your greatest ally, or your strongest prison. For many people it has become a cage. They think endlessly and act rarely. You want to start a business. You think for months. You want to speak English. You watch videos, take notes, but stay silent. You want to go to the gym. You plan everything except actually going. Overthinking drains your energy before you even begin. You imagine failure before effort. You accept defeat before the fight starts. That's why you feel stuck. Thinking has its place, but only briefly. After that, it turns into fear. And fear always lies. You don't need complete knowledge to start. You need movement. If you want better English, don't just feel inspired. Speak, write, listen daily. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Make mistakes. Learn as you go. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. Record your own voice. Speak anyway. Make mistakes proudly. You don't need permission from anyone. You don't need perfect English. You only need action. Think about this. A man wants to learn swimming. He reads books, watches dozens of videos, buys expensive gear, talks to swimmers every day. But he never enters the water. Will he ever swim? Of course not. That's exactly what many people do with their dreams. The solution? Think briefly, then move for a long time. Plan for a few minutes. Act for hours. Create momentum. Let action become your habit. Quiet the noise in your head. Let your hands work. Let your feet move. Let your life move forward. Success is not born from thinking. It is created by doing. Lesson 6. Be that person. Not the lazy one. Not the complainer. Not the quitter. Be the one who does what others avoid. Wake up early while others sleep. Study while others waste time. Speak when others are afraid. Believe when others laugh. Continue when others give up. Be the person who inspires silently. Not everyone will support you, and that's fine. Not everyone will understand you. That's fine. You support yourself. You believe in yourself. People will say you've changed. Let them talk. You were never meant to stay the same. You were meant to grow, evolve, and rise. Become someone who doesn't beg for validation. Because results speak louder than words. In every family, in every group of friends, there is one person who breaks the limits. The one who proves everyone wrong. Why not you? Why do you think success belongs to someone else? Be that person. The solution? Every morning ask yourself, what would a disciplined man do today? Then do exactly that. Dress with purpose. Speak with confidence. Move with intention. Don't announce your plans. Show the outcome. Be the person people talk about years later. The one who changed everything. Lesson 7. You versus you. Your real enemy is not outside, not people, not your job, not your phone. It's you. The voice that tells you to quit. The voice that says, I'm tired. The voice that whispers, average is fine. That version of you is the opponent. And the fight happens every day. Lazy you versus driven you. Fearful you versus courageous you. Comfort-loving you versus growth-seeking you. Each morning, you choose who wins. Will it be the person who scrolls for hours? Or the one who reads, learns, and builds? Will it be the one who sleeps late watching useless content? Or the one who works for his future? Only you can decide. Imagine two wolves inside you. One is weak, doubtful, negative. The other is strong, focused, hungry. Which one becomes powerful? The one you feed. The solution? Eliminate lazy habits. Track your days. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you win.
Every time you choose growth over comfort, write it down. Every small win matters. Celebrate it quietly. Slowly, your identity will begin to change. This is not a game. This is a battle. And the fight is you versus you. Lesson 8. Train your willpower. If you don't control your willpower, your emotions will control your life. And listen carefully. Feelings are not truth. Feelings lie. You don't feel like waking up early. You don't feel like exercising. You don't feel like studying English. You don't feel like chasing your goals. That's normal. But if you obey those feelings, you give your future away. So let me ask you honestly, do you want to build a strong life? Or do you want to live like a child, controlled by moods? Willpower means doing what is right even when it feels wrong. It means standing up when your body says, stay down. It means moving forward when your mind says, I can't. And your inner voice quietly answers, watch me. Successful people are not always motivated. They are disciplined. They show up when they are tired, when they are broke, when they are scared, when life hurts, because they have something others don't, self-control. And here's the truth. Willpower is a muscle. Use it. It grows. Ignore it. It weakens. Let's say you decide to stop using your phone after 10 p.m. At first, you will fail. You will pick it up. You will scroll. But if you keep trying, putting the phone away, placing it in another room, writing your goal down, you will build strength. One day, you become the person who controls his habits, not the one controlled by them. The solution: start small. Choose one thing you don't feel like doing, and do it anyway. Build discipline daily. Reward yourself for keeping promises, not for avoiding effort. Talk to yourself like a leader. I don't break promises to myself, because the day you master your willpower is the day you take control of your life. Lesson 9. Comparison is destroying you. Listen carefully. If you keep comparing yourself to others, you will never feel satisfied. Never. Most people hate their lives for one reason. They spend more time watching other people live than building their own life. You open social media, you see better bodies, better cars, better houses. You see people speaking better English, getting more views, more money, more attention. And slowly you begin to hate yourself. You ask, what's wrong with me? Why am I behind? Why is everyone else winning? Here's the truth you need to hear. You are comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's best moments. You see 10 seconds of their life and compare it to your entire day. You don't see their failures, their loneliness, their breakdowns, their sleepless nights. You don't see the hundreds of times they failed before you saw them succeed. Yet you allow comparison to destroy your confidence. Let me be direct. The fastest way to kill your progress is to measure it against someone else's journey. You have your own
timing, your own struggles, your own destiny. If a sunflower and a rose start racing each other, when flowers start competing with each other, measuring height, color, and beauty, They forget how unique they already are. Stop looking left. Stop looking right. Look forward. Your race is not with anyone else. It's with the person you were yesterday. The solution? Remove voices that make you feel small. Unfollow accounts that steal your confidence. Focus on your own path. Measure your growth against last month, not someone else's today. Turn comparison into inspiration. Learn from others, but never hate yourself. You were not born to copy someone else's life. You were born to improve your own. Lesson 10. Be careful who you listen to. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not everyone who talks has experience. If you want to build a house, you don't ask advice from someone whose roof is broken. If you want financial freedom, don't learn from someone who is always struggling. If you want fluent English, don't follow advice from someone afraid to speak. Listen to people who have walked the path. People who failed, learned, and succeeded. The internet is loud. Many voices, little wisdom. Words without experience are just noise. Remember this. You are driving your life. Don't take directions from someone who has never been on the road. Someone might tell you, don't start a business. It's risky. But ask yourself, have they ever tried? Or are they repeating fear? The solution? Ask one question before accepting advice. Has this person achieved what I want? If yes, listen closely. If not, respect them and move forward. Be polite, but be selective. One wrong voice can delay your dream for years. Protect your vision. Lesson 11. Choose yourself. The world will not choose you first. It will doubt you, ignore you, question you. Applause comes late, after success. So stop waiting. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Choose yourself. You are not here to be selected. You are here to create, to lead, to win. The most successful people didn't wait for confidence. They acted. They didn't beg for validation. They gave it to themselves. J.K. Rowling was rejected again and again. If she waited for approval, her story would never exist. She chose herself, and the world followed. The solution? Create your own opportunity. Start that YouTube channel. Write that book. Launch that podcast. Apply even if you feel unready. Say this daily. I don't need permission. I choose myself. Because when you believe in yourself strongly enough, the world has no choice but to notice. Lesson 12. No risk, no legacy. If you want a life worth talking about, you must accept this truth. Greatness requires courage. Nothing powerful is built in comfort. No strong man was formed by playing safe. Every meaningful story begins with a risk, and no one ever became legendary by staying comfortable. No great life is built by copying everyone else. Every person you admire, every champion, creator, leader, billionaire, they all risked something. Their comfort, their time, their money, their peace, sometimes even their heart. But without risk, life becomes silent, safe, predictable, and empty. At the end of your life, no one will remember how careful you were. They will remember what you built, what you dared to try, what you created. Think about this. You're afraid to speak English in front of people because they might laugh. So you stay quiet. Years pass, and nothing changes. But what if one brave moment could change everything? What if one risk today could give you 10 years of reward? The solution? Take one risk today. Speak, apply, post, build, send the message. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Then ask a better question. What if it actually works? Because without risk, there is no adventure, no fire, no growth, no story. Stop hiding. Be the one who tried. Be the one who jumped. Be the one with scars, not regrets. Lesson 13. Time is running out, and it doesn't care if you feel ready. Time is not waiting for you. The clock doesn't slow down because you're tired. It doesn't stop because you're scared or confused. Life keeps moving. Every second that passes is gone forever. And the scariest part? You won't notice how much time you've lost until one day you wake up years older, staring at yourself in the mirror, asking quietly, what happened to my dreams? You're not too young. You're not too old. You're not too busy. You're just making excuses. So let me ask you honestly, when will you stop watching others win and start building your own life? Will you let your dreams die silently in your mind? Or will you stand up today and say, no more wasting time. I choose growth. Do you know what's worse than failure? Regret. That pain doesn't fade, it stays. So stop acting like you have forever. You don't. The clock is ticking, and now is your moment. Lesson 14. Nobody cares, and that's your power. This may hurt, but you need to hear it. Nobody truly cares about your problems. Nobody is coming to rescue you. Nobody feels your pain the way you do. People are busy fighting their own battles. They might listen for a moment, then move on. That's reality. But here's the truth most people miss. That reality gives you freedom. If nobody cares, you are free. Free to try. Free to fail. Free to look foolish. Free to start again. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. You only need yourself. If you need to cry, cry. But don't stay down. Wipe your tears. Clench your fists. Stand back up. Because no one is coming. And that means you must become the one who saves yourself. Stand up like a warrior. Use your pain. Turn your loneliness into strength. Maybe nobody cares, but you do. And that is enough. So build your life like no one is watching. Because the truth is, they aren't. Lesson 15. Why not now? People always say, I'll start next week, next month, next year. Let me ask you something honest. What will really change by then? Will fear disappear? Will life suddenly become easier? Will motivation fall from the sky? No. If you can't start now, you probably won't start later either. There is no perfect time. Life is always messy. Your mind will always find excuses. And while you wait, your dreams slowly fade. The world doesn't wait. Opportunities don't wait. Time doesn't wait. So why are you waiting? You want to get fit? Start today. You want to learn English? Start today. You want a better life? Start today. Not Monday, not next year. Now. One small step today can become a completely new life tomorrow. So answer this honestly. Why not now? There is no good reason. Lesson 16. If you don't like your life, rebuild it. Look around. Is this really the life you dreamed of? Do you wake up excited? Or do you wake up tired, pretending everything is fine? Be honest. You hate your routine. You hate your habits. You hate your energy. Yet you repeat the same day again and again and expect change. That's madness. Here's the truth. You are not trapped. You're not a tree. You can move. You can change. You can rebuild. If your life feels fake, destroy the old version and create a new one. Change your habits. Change your environment. Change who you listen to. Change how you think. Stop copying others. Start designing your life. You don't need a breakdown. You don't need to hit rock bottom. You just need a decision. You are not a victim. You are a creator. Life is your canvas. Create a new version of yourself. Stronger, bolder, unforgettable. Lesson 17. Expectations. The silent prison. Let me tell you a story. I know a guy named Nick. Smart, talented, full of dreams. But today, he's stuck in a job he hates. He wakes up tired, sleeps frustrated. Every day feels the same. He once told me, "This isn't the life I wanted." I asked him, "Then why are you living it?" He said, "My family expects it. Society expects it. People will laugh if I quit." Listen carefully. Other people's expectations can destroy your soul. They will put limits on your dreams. They will tell you to stay safe, to stay small, to not try something different. Not because they hate you, but because they are afraid. Don't live someone else's plan. Don't sacrifice your future to make others comfortable. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who must live with your choices. They tell you to stay safe, to not take risks, to live small. But listen carefully. Other people's expectations are not your destiny. If you live only to please others, you will slowly hate your own life. You will smile in front of people and cry alone in your room. You will feel trapped inside your own body. Is that the life you want? You were not born to complete someone else's dream. You were born to chase your dream. And yes, sometimes that means disappointing people. Sometimes it means saying no. Sometimes it means walking alone. That's okay. Break the chains. Remove the mask. Stop living for approval. This is your life. Not your parents. Not your relatives. Not society's. Yours. Lesson 18. Your pain is your power, if you use it. You've been through things you never talk about. Maybe you cry quietly. Maybe no one knows how heavy your mind feels. Maybe you were betrayed. Maybe you failed. Maybe people laughed at you, ignored you, rejected you, and now you walk around pretending everything is fine. But it's not. And that pain inside you? It has two choices. It can destroy you, or it can build you. Most people run from pain. They hide it with distractions and fake smiles. But the strongest people do the opposite. They use it. They say, "That struggle made me stronger. That heartbreak taught me self-respect. That failure forced me to grow." Don't be ashamed of your pain. Be proud of it. You survived. You're still standing. That means you're stronger than whatever tried to break you. Turn your pain into discipline, into focus, into motivation. Let it become a voice inside you that says, "I will never let anyone make me feel small again." You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. Remember this. The darkest nights create the brightest stars. Let pain sharpen you, not silence you. Lesson 19. Starve distractions. Feed focus. Inside your mind, two forces are fighting. One is distraction. The other is focus. The one that wins is the one you feed. Every time you scroll endlessly, gossip, overthink, binge watch without purpose, you feed distraction. And as distraction grows, your dreams shrink. Your mind becomes lazy. Your motivation disappears. You start believing lies like, "I'll do it later. It's too late anyway." So let me ask you something real. How long will you keep stealing from your future? Just to feel comfortable today? If you want success, if you want to become someone your younger self would admire, then starve your distractions. Turn off the phone. Cut toxic people out. Say no to useless invitations. Create boundaries like a warrior. Then sit down and feed your focus. Read, work, learn, build, fail. Try again. Focus is not something you're born with. It's trained. Like the stronger it becomes, the more you imagine what would happen if you gave just 1 hour of deep focus every day to building your future.